Okay, so here we are the next day, taking a look at some replays from Asha from the day before. So the round of 32 is a best of 5 against Asha, playing on 3 different maps if necessary. So we're going to scout out what he's been doing so far in the tournament. Still going with Brits. He's saying that he wasn't going to before, but sticking with the Brits here, so far at least, as allies. If you guys are hoping that this is going to be like a full strength shoutcast, that's not going to be the case. I'm still quite tired from the day before, so it's just going to be kind of me watching the games, making some comments and whatnot. Not going to have full strength commentary, but this is what we're doing. We're scouting out the opponent in the lay of the land, seeing what they're up to. So I hope you guys don't find this too boring, but if you do, you can always just skip. I have to watch it.
New universal carrier ready for use.
Interesting. So he's not wiring off this door. It's Artem. Yeah, that's like it's a really good move against basically any faction. Does take a little bit longer with the stern pioneers, I suppose, though. The reinforced wire compared to standard wire. Do you have a universal carrier as third unit for Asha? Pretty good on Langraskai as well.
Enemy infantry having a pop.
Gets stuck in here. But very early on locking in Overwatch as well.
The new infantry section is ready for battle.
Seen any sandbags got for Artem? Not yet. Asha meanwhile getting some down. Basically everywhere. Interesting, he's gone for one on his fuel point as well. We go the weight with the small arms overwhelming the universal carrier there. But I'm playing it cool. Some pioneers at that base exit. It's probably a good chance for this squad to put down the sandbag over here. There we go, he's pushing forwards. A little bit slow pushing forwards with these squads though. There we go, and his sandbag going to backfire a little bit on him here. Stern Pioneer's running out of steam, however. Asha going for Vickers. Pretty standard stuff so far. Really wants to get rid of this Tommy squad here. It's dropping low. You see upgrades there. Oh, that was a bit lucky. Artem, oh, that's a little bit late on the Stern Pioneer. Kind of chased down that squad for a brief second, exposing the universal carrier. Go for the chase down. And what happened here? Looks like he backed this. He had 2 squads up here and then he backed one of them away. Stern Pioneers go down from that. Oh boy, Asha capitalising nicely to get the cut off. Oh boy, and he even retreated this squad that was down here for no real reason. Could have got, you know, another sector harass potentially. Pretty bad stuff for Artem. So playing it pretty strongly so far. And look at that, he's going for the medics on that squad that was so low, 3 models. Get all of those models back up now. Unfortunate for Artem. Didn't drop another 1 or 2 models there. Artem going for the battle group. Deploying some Jaeger light infantry. He was going to go for the flak half track, that means his timing's going to be just way off, so probably not going to see the flak half track from him. Take a look over here. Bolster, okay, after he completes his tech. Hasn't gone for the side tech for the AEC though. So if he does have to react to a light vehicle, we'll be a little bit slower. Trying to get in there for a Faust, but actually playing it safe. Light here, waiting. So, but some pretty nice sandbags there. Looks like you can still take heavy cover though. Sometimes those sandbags just offer such a large amount of covers. Can't wire them off either. Now he's got that Vickers upgrade though. The UC's starting to shred. Does have the healing though, Artem. One squad down though, it's pretty costly. Bit of a standoff here. Can't really push against this Vickers.
Infantry firing at us. Cheeky buggers. An engineer unit is ready for action.
So I'm not going to be playing OKW, I'm going to be playing OS there, so obviously there's quite a lot of differences in these matches. I think if I'm up against a universal carrier, I will go for a 222. That will probably be a 3 green into 222 build.
Under fire! Enemy squad has us targeted. Enemy causing trouble, trying to take one of our points.
And then that might draw out the universal, the AEC counter to that, and then maybe I have to go for a pack, and then probably a sniper after that, honestly. It's like a good option against Brits. Good option in general, I'd say. Tournament play.
You can now order new armored cars to be built.
Yeah, he goes very far forwards. They're not very good at this close range. Does decrew the Vickers though. Go for the recrew. Just his focus. Doesn't get the kill. Doesn't get the re-decrew. Should just retreat there. Nice work from Artem. Now I'm actually going for a Rocket, and Asher does go for the AEC. And come in quite a late timing now though. 5-man upgrade first. So Rocket is actually going to be quite useful. I think if I was in Ash's current position, I saw a Raketin maybe from this building. I can't see. Probably wouldn't even bother going for the AEC. I was like, oh man, he's invested into some anti-tank. Not a light vehicle. I'm not gonna bother. He's essentially like handicapped himself one squad. AEC not really worth it in terms of anti-infantry damage. Bit of a waste. Pretty even split on territory so far. Not a super high-paced game or anything. Whoa! I'm going for. Oh my god! He's going for. He was building a flank out track this late on, man. That's not acceptable. Going for the flank out track, as I said, he would have had to skip the Jaegers. Getting forwards. AC gets out of there. This squad getting low, but dishing out some pretty good damage. The Rocket, and so is the machine gun there. Just gonna run right on past though. Well, Vic is pushing up.
A capture point is being overrun.
Bit risky. So it's gonna come in on the flank. Oh!
Squad knocked out.
Squad down.
Supply line's been cut.
Your mine there. Nice work from Artem. When did he put that down? Did not see that. A long time ago though, because his 2 mineys have been dead for ages.
Losing a capture point.
And there we go, Raketin getting 2 shots on the AEC. And going right for Artem right here. Rebuild on the Tommy squad that he lost.
Combat unit ready.
Another squad of Jaegers. Not a bad idea for Artem. Could consider trying to get his tech down at this stage though, if he put up his truck covering his cutoff. Guarantee him a decent chunk of map control. Go for some overs perhaps instead of Jaegers. Jaeger's pretty good though, you know. Pretty good in long range firefights, pretty good on this map where you can exploit the long line of sight. Gearing up for another push. Kid coming out of base. Jaeger's waiting to make the ambush. Good cancelling time on that. There we go, Jaeger's getting the snipes in to jump out of that building, waiting for the reinforcements, but here they come. I'm going to move the squad to cover here. So I wouldn't say Artem is playing flawlessly or anything. A few slight mistakes, even though this isn't like a super high-paced match. Again, trying to find an angle. There you go, getting some nice snipes in these long-range fights, and then we got another miss from the kitten. AC back up to full. Try to stop the cut-off here. Retreats. Might be now to force the engineer to retreat, but would have suffered a lot of casualties himself, so not really worth. Juice not worth the squeeze there. Doesn't go for it. That mistake here, and runs past the capture point. And now the weapon upgrade's coming in for Asha. So that's going to mean a very late medium tank for him. So the window would be there for Artem potentially. Especially if he was playing a little bit more aggressively. But maybe he could get his medium tank out at a fast timing. Asha, by going for all these squad upgrades and the AEC, wouldn't be quite as strong against it. Remember, your truck has extra sight with this commander, so sometimes it can be worthwhile building it a little bit more aggressively. This sandbag has been causing Artem so many headaches. Now with greens behind cover, it's rough for Artem. Jaeger's getting some nice snipes in though. Ends up being a pretty even trade. And now Asha going for a sniper, wow. A little bit risky, you know, Jaegers are pretty good at countering snipers themselves with their camouflage and criticals. Still no commander select from Asha either. Trench here causing some headaches, but just out of range of the corner of the circle. Ooh, man. Sniper. Straight into the danger zone there.
The command vehicle has converted to a static building.
Kitten could be, you know, set up looking for some attack rounds. Here it goes now. Doesn't get them off. Sniper coming forwards again. Kitten setting up. He wants to capture in the middle. AC, late dodge, no dodge. No dodge, he just straight up lost it there. Very clumsy. Looks like his microcontrol when he's controlling a sniper dropping off quite sharply there. And now Artem going for an infantry support gun. Pretty good idea, I would say, overall, against Brits. Oh, they dropped some artillery on there, good dodge. Jaeger's getting shredded by the Brens. He's got the flak upgrade on that, so all is well. Not enough support for his machine gun here though, could go down even. Okay, gets away. Close call though. ISG slowly chipping away. Sometimes one ISG I feel like doesn't quite cut the mustard. Sometimes go for two. It's probably not a two situation, he's a little bit too tight for manpower. Getting very close to his medium tank timing. I was actually thinking maybe he should have just tried to save for a medium tank instead of going for this ISG. These kind of things aren't really that relevant to me since I'm not playing AKW. Very close to the flat base there. Yeah, I mean, there he is. He could have got his medium tank out potentially if he didn't go for the ISG. Got the ISG going. I backed it away really far. So a grenade in that building. Very close to death. I'm just constantly charging into squads behind heavy cover. Very costly re-engagement. Getting going there with the ISG this time. Yeah, bleeding a lot of manpower now, Artem. Needs to make use of the extra sight on the Jaegers to find these sections. Start barraging them. Maybe kill some of these sandbags with the Raketin as well. Looked like he's gearing up to throw a grenade there. No, it doesn't have them yet. Just a weird animation, I guess. Oops. Oh boy, he jumps into the wrong side of sandbags too there. Might have been able to win that engagement otherwise. Just still in the same old spot. Guess do have to retreat there. In the back. Trying to get some suppression on. Oh, nice shot from the ISG. We almost get some crits there as well. We nearly get 3 on them. Suppression coming in clutch here. I'm way behind in VPs though. Fox Grenadiers die. Are they just charging down the middle there? Over here maybe? I'm not sure. But I'm bleeding hard. This stage... Oh, miracle there. He just runs right into the flak base, loses it. That was a lucky break. Yeah, I feel like he hasn't been maximizing his infantry support gun potential so far. But he's in a decent position. Asha has gone all the way to Anvil. You might see some of the classic Churchill spam from him. We saw in the Balance Invitational. And now takes cover behind light cover. I think he should be able to win behind light cover from that range with that health. Did I miss the sniper going down as well? Happened a long time ago. Seems like Ash's sniper control maybe not that strong, so maybe I should drag him into a sniper war. Like I did against Creeds with the recon planes. Make a big difference in those sniper wars, both of us going for them. Commander's pretty good against Brits. Tiger's pretty good against Brits. Out in the Stuka off maps are very good against the tanks. Kind of pick your poison if you want to deal with the tanks or the sniper potentially. But with a Tiger, tanks, British tanks are okay to fight against. Sniper can give you a lot of freedom against the British AT guns. So Artem going straight for the Panther. I think that's a good choice. It could also maybe even go straight for the King Tiger even. Heavy upgrade now on those engineers. Artem has been taking control a little bit, you know, he has got a couple wipes. Maybe even getting the Vickers here thanks to the Jaeger snipes.
The enemy cut our supply line.
Right. But yeah, this could be, you know, he could be destroying sandbags at this stage. There's a little bit of a hole in his game, not killing opponent's sandbags with a T-gun that's in position. Churchill versus Panther. Chasing. AT gun coming in for Asher now.
Anti-tank gun and crew now ready for action.
Machine gun upgrading, not quite done though. Nice shot from the ISG. Still in the middle. Adam, here's the juice. Sector assault. Crush. Oh, it's a couple, it's one mod at least. Exposes the rear to the AT gun Churchill combo, but not too bad. Oh, nice ISG shot there. I think I find, you know, playing with the Panther against Brits is, I feel like its armor just doesn't quite stack up against the AT guns. Just don't shrug off enough shots to really stick around to be able to fight off the Churchill. Now he's having to rebuild his Tomb Pioneers. Oh, nice work here catching the 6-pounder. Bring in the kit and should probably bring in the Panther here as well. Go for the kill. Go Asher calling in the planes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Find a clear. Skill plane war. Adam though happy with his decrew on the AT gun. Backing away after that. Activates the AA mode. Calling in his own planes. Aggressive with the Panther. Now he's not up against AT gun. He can get stuck in as long as he stays out of Typhoon range. Loses sight on this. Bit of a waste though on his. I don't think he needed to pop it there. So far this is giving me some hope I can win. There's a lot of things that, you know, can at least fight back on. Fighting his Devon, you know, I feel like I have like very little chance of beating him. But against Asher so far, I would say I don't know if I'm favoured. Maybe, probably not, but I feel like a very good chance. Whole bunch of trenches down now. These things are such a pain in the ass to deal with, but infantry support guns are probably the best against them, honestly. Let's leave them on attack ground. Barrage attack ground. Might have to go for a second one, or maybe he's going to go for another tank next. Trench down, nice stuff. You could be just spamming them though, you know, just replanting them down, making them pop up like roaches. Fixing the trench though causes some issues with its bonus range. It's bound to wheel into position. I feel like this would be a better time now for Artem to call on the planes, make a push. Rather than reactively against Asher's planes. Just getting pretty close to his next Churchill. Might even go for the Crocodile though. Trying to decrew the MG. You guys do get the decrew. Ooh! Lose a squad though. Churchill got a nasty hit. Oh boy, he's going for a Howie. Okay, well that's gonna bust up Asher's camp. Interesting. I feel like howitzers, you know, I'm a big fan of them, but not really a big fan of this particular patch. I feel like they're a little bit underpowered at the moment, but not too badly underpowered. They need like another 10 seconds off their cooldown or something. Just a tiny bit less. This trench a little bit further forwards this time, so he can't even capture on the far corner without getting blasted. And that area fetch opening up. What's he targeting? Targeting a very weird angle unless he's scattered long on those last two shots. Okay, maybe he was just scattering long for the trench. Just in range there from that trench. Just gonna get rid of the trench at least, but I don't think we got any damage on the squad, so one model kill. For my money, maybe, yeah, I said the King Tiger earlier, maybe should have just gone for it. The truck, off the KT. Asha, you know, he's got Piets on that squad, I didn't notice. But he's a little bit lacking in anti-tank. Got the 1 AT gun, the 1 Churchill, 2 Piets. Panther and a King Tiger could make a pretty nice push. In conjunction with the planes. Double Panthers not quite as strong, but now he's going to be up against the Crocodile. One Panther, one Raketten's not going to be enough to fight that off. As you can see here, the flares up, giving some sight. Oh, nice. Yeah, I'm a little bit understaffed in terms of anti-tank now. What's he doing? Why is he taking so long to repair up his Panther as well? Trenches do make your squad just so resilient. Even against a howitzer.
Enemies trying to take a point from us.
Nice attack rounds there from Martin. But yeah, Howie hasn't been impressing me so far. Barely scratch the damn thing. Churchill's got so much health, man. Charging forwards, AT planes coming in there. There's the anti-infantry, a little bit of suppression. Buys out him a bit of breathing room, but he's really not getting much done in that. Cooldown on the house is just so long, man. Way too long to deal with these trenches with it. I was out him a bit of breathing room though to push through. He's been a little bit more active with his ISG now as well, which is nice. Alright. Oh, scatters long. Okay, gets one more kill, but 4 kills, 3 barrages. Not Terribly impressive. Adam finally using some sandbags himself, man. I feel like he's not been building enough sandbags this game. Looks like we're in for a bit of a campy one this match. Adam just needs to edge his way forwards though in terms of vehicles. Just play conservatively with his manpower. Try to get out another tank. Asha very close to another tank himself. Nice getting there. Getting a little bit better against Crocodile than it used to be thanks to the extra 5 range now. Should spin out some good damage on it. Coming up. Even the Jaeger Light's struggling against the double Brent Tommies now though. Wow, he's going for a Jagdpanzer. Interesting. Attack ground attempts. Looks like the Howie may be targeting the AT gun again. Most of it away. Not hitting anything though, and Centaur coming in for Asha. His last tank. Could squeeze in one more Churchill, I think though. Let's try to kill some of these trenches with the JP4. Tiga coming back out now. Nice G chipping in for some pretty good damage. Oh, behind the heavy cavalry gets suppressed with the JLIs there.
Ready and waiting for orders.
Tiga connecting with the JP4.
A capture point is
It's
being
a
overrun.
trench for the Vickers again. Here comes the Croc. And the Centaur. Churchill's still getting repaired. It only has one engineer for repairs at the moment, actually, though. It'll be a hole in his composition. Enough for another 2 sets of Typhoons though. Expect to see another one of those shortly. Infantry support gun doing even better than the Howie. Busting up to this AT machine gun finally. It's roasted out so quickly. Rotates. T-gun. Some shots are pulling in the Typhoons quite deep in the enemy territory here. Panther a little bit slow to remobilize.
Infantry squad trained and ready to go.
Gets out of there safely, and the Howie actually knocking out 6-pounder there. The Panzer there fighting. It's going to probably take an anti-tank pass from the Typhoons. Panther takes it. Very low on health now. Some PFR on this. Not activating the AA mode this time. Yeah, okay, no, he pulled back the infantry small gun, healed it up. Nice. Don't want to lose that Vet 4 on it. Shoots it down now. That was cool. But Centaur would be pretty good against Artem's planes, so I suppose that's maybe what Asha is thinking about. Now suffering a triple cap, Artem in some big trouble. I'm going to get going before he's fully ready. Got himself a Goliath instead of saving up for another sector or something as well. That's kind of interesting. I feel like when you go for the Jagdpanzer, you're kind of in it for the long run, trying to vet it up before it becomes like truly scary. Wow. Is that killing anything? I don't think so, right? Let's expand it. Is that recruit at super low health? Machine gun again for Artem, wow. I feel like he just needs another tank right now. How he is occupying quite a lot of his army population though. Maybe he just doesn't have enough for it. He just killed a trench with that, right? Not actual unit. But as I said, you know, Asha very slow on repairs. Can use the vehicle crew repairs in this commander. Surprised he hasn't. Or maybe he can use his trenches against Asha here. Nope. Send your grenade in. I'll be able to get the wipe here even. Nope. We got out of that pretty quickly. Trench just goes down though. Machine gun for Artem, and that's it. This is his final composition. Jagdpanzer is sneaking forwards with a cautious movement. Gonna find Croc, bounces one. Penetrates. Can he go for the kill? Oh, he hit the other Churchill. Now Jagdpanzer are in a bit of trouble. Oh, luckily. That shot misses. Here's the Panther. Okay, it's mobilizing now. Pen's a little bit clumsy backing away here, but should be able to get away. Here comes the Panther on the other side, away from the AT gun. Crossing off the Centaur. And we're just about ready to fire. Still not Vet 1 though. 7 kills. Typhoon's coming in. Asha might just go for the VP one right here. In the back of these Typhoons. First off, Panzer only just getting repairs now. Try to shoot down the planes. Pounder pushing up behind this. And coming down the middle. Tank plane is down. I'm just chucking units into the capture circle. They're doing some good damage. Able to seal the deal though. It's got to be feeling the pressure now. So long VPs. Back up to full now as well. Looks like he's going in here. Jagdpanzer and Panther making a push. Jagdpanzer might go down to the AT gun. Oh, AT gun misses a crucial shot. Jagdpanzer has gained Vet 2, got that health bonus now, so won't die to one more hit. Panther just charging forwards, looking for the Centaur, I think. Might have overextended, gets an AT grenade, AT gun repositioning. That's probably going to be it for Artem. No infantry really pushing behind this to take care of the anti-tank gun. Oh, he gets the kill on the Croc. Loses the Panther. He's lost his Jaegers, he's lost his Sturm Pioneers. That's it. I think I'll just speed this one up. foregone conclusion at this point as far as I'm concerned. Just 4 now. Crocodile Panzer IV has no chance against it.
Report in. The enemy only have 50 points left.
Probably should have just gone for the Panther, even though it's not good against the infantry. Typhoons for one last pass. And throws them down. So, what I would say about that match, you know, Asha certainly seems mortal. I think Artem made quite a few build mistakes, a little bit sloppy on the play. Certainly Asha does look beatable after that match. Alright, so second match we're going to check out. Going to stick with Asha playing as Brits, see them back to back, see if anything changes. Speed this up a little bit in the early game.
Squad trained and ready to go.
Until some action happens. Backs down at this point, can be turned against you a little bit. Interesting, the Brit base, you know, it's kind of a weird orientation in this spawn. It's quite far back, this space as well, compared to old Fameville. Three Tommies this time. No universal carrier, on this map at least. The thing I noticed about playing on Famenville is I found it very hard for an AT gun to cover this entire map. Just like rotating from side to side on this map with an AT tank gun is very, very tricky, so I think this map is quite good for light vehicle plays because it's hard to counter them with a anti-tank gun. B going straight for spec ops. I haven't seen almost any of this commander since the Command Panther got put behind tech. Remember, this radio silence is actually pretty strong these days now. Okay, so this time goes for the universal carrier.
Vehicle ready to go.
This is 4th unit. Interesting. Oh, slight mistake there. Didn't get neutralized. Just run over here, try fighting close range. Probably should have chased around with this squad as well to the heavy cover over there. Do slight engagement mistakes from apathy.
Upgrade done.
You see getting in there now with the upgrade. Does some good damage. Do have a early truck for apathy. 3 Volks into truck. Rear.
Our capture point. They're trying to take it.
And should probably be going straight for the fuel in this scenario instead of going for a territory point with that squad. So far, not too much to say poor about Asha, but a lot of things going wrong for apathy. And he got, yeah, I mean, this was weird. He went for the truck. And then he goes for his 4th Volk, so sacrificing a little bit of map control with that. Yeah, looks like he's going to get onto the other side of Asha's own sandbag there.
Gear stowed and ready to go. Enemy infantry having a pop.
5-man upgrade, same timing as last time. It's it before a engineer, so if you do give enough damage to the UC, which is easy as Oz there because they've got the Fausts, he's going to have to use the crew repairs on it, which he seems reluctant to do otherwise. We even started his tech though, a little bit late on that. So grenade in, no dodge. Which is late, super low in health, but yeah, Fox look like they're going to win that.
Work to construct a new platoon command
He's
post
in the
is
building
finished.
in the centre now, that's a bit of a headache to deal with. Goes for the battle group. Oh, late retreat, that could be a wipe. Actually going for the chase down. Yep, good stuff. He ends up winning that engagement. No point standing there in front of the Vickers, just giving it vet.
A capture point is being overrun.
Speed this up a little bit. Not much going on right now.
Engineer unit is ready for action.
Trying to soft retreat here, taking quite a lot of damage on the back pedal though.
Grenadiers ready.
So it goes for 1 dose of medical crates, which makes me think we're going to see a flak half track, but it's been bleeding quite a lot of manpower. Just going to delay his flak half track a little bit. A big old blob over to this other side. He has to worry about that machine gun in the centre. It's going to cause him so many headaches. So he gets a counter. Creates the suppression ability on the UC. That's pretty low.
Enemy threatening
So
a
he's end
capture
up
point.
winning these engagements. Actually getting some pretty good territory behind all this though. And for the medics now, okay, interesting.
Squad back to full strength.
I'm not opposed to getting one dose of crates before the battle group though. I think it's pretty good play. Especially if you're going for like a fast flak half track and you don't want to get the medics early. He's going to need something to deal with that Vickers in the centre. This is a really good map for the infantry support gun. Used to be better. Why did he jump out of that building just then? Weird. Used to be even better though. I think pre-patch was better for the infantry support gun, but still going to be pretty strong, I'd say. Packowie and yeah, I'd say both used to be better pre-patch. The Packowie and the ISG on this map not quite so strong anymore. Go for a Ketan now, and Asha's still sticking to his guns, going for the AEC. So it looks like Apathy maybe going to go for like a fast tech strategy. I've seen players going for this. Definitely viable. Charging in close with the Stern Pioneers. I think they'll be able to win. Yep. Is there a kitten going hunting for the UC? Vickers is there, so if he did try and close the distance, he would get gatted. Now there.
We're losing a capture point.
Apathy could try and get his truck down at this stage. I feel like he needs something to fight against this Vickers. It's causing him so many headaches. Like he needs to go for an ISG first. Then go for the tech truck. should have been bringing this forwards a little bit further. Here he goes, gets it going now. Connects, nice. Getting this truck out, okay. We're going to try to put it down over here somewhere. Don't know what the optimal truck positioning is on this map post-patch. Haven't seen too many OKW games on this map so far. Revised Fameville. And Asha does go for a 4th Tommy squad. Getting overwhelmed here now. Just retreat, save the manpower, you know. He's going find a few of these engagements that are not super effective for him. Efficient. Branching out to the south, the Stern Pioneers. Okay, he's putting up his Schwer. It's just out of his base sector, right? So it can be targeted by off maps, but it's going to be covering this cutoff here. Oh, nice Raketin positioning there. Outnumbered 2v1 here though, needs to get out. There we go, getting out now. About to be super overwhelmed. Now you see going over to the other side of the map, shut down the harassing there from Apathy. But you know what, it seems to be the obstacle for Apathy here is this machine gun in the center building, causing him so many headaches. Could, you know, try coming from like all sorts of angles through the grenades, but easier said than done. Those can be hard to set up. Oh, Faust. Oh, there we go. Cancels upgrade. Doesn't quite get the Faust off. Raketin misses the shot, which would have been the killing blow anyway. Asha about to take triple cap here. Getting the Brens now, so he's going for full upgrades before his medium tank. So Apathy coming in with a fast medium tank could be pretty effective. He's going to go for an ISG. I think this is the right choice. Should have gone for it before his tech though. I think he can afford to squeeze into ISG before he gets his tank as well, so it's not going to be like last game where it's going to slow down his first medium. Now with the Brens, these Volksschneides stand a little chance. Bren needs that ISG chipping him for some extra damage in these long firefights. Austin. Might be able to get the kill here. Second Faust, chasing in for it. If he gets the second Faust, it will be the wipe. But oh man, the firepower from all those LMGs. Probably going to lose his squad. Oh my god. He like stood up, stood back down, and now they have to. That is a really nasty retreat path. One down. Might lose the second one as well. No, looks like it's going to get home safe, but man, that was a nasty retreat path. That's really nasty retreating that way around rather than back around this way. Nasty, nasty one. He's had the ISG for quite some time. I thought he just straight away got to work on the machine gun in the center. So he's going to go for a moving target instead though. And gives a pretty good hit there. Well, that's going to be a good one. Whoa. And now he should try and go for this.
Work to construct a new company command post is finished.
Oh, flak base might even get the kill here. Close call. Apathy losing control of the map, but can get his medium tank now. It's going for the Panzer IV, and probably should pull the trigger on it, I would say. Given how the game's going right now, needs tank. Yeah, I can't believe he hasn't been ISG barraging this. That Vickers in the centre has just caused him so many headaches. Completely shutting down centre control, shutting down that VP control. Trash grenades. Pushes away. Keeping in a nice position there. Okay, now he goes for this. Better late than never.
Command tanks have reached the front. Deploy as needed.
Punching out to the side, hits a mine. AC heading over that side now.
Ready for action.
Oh, gets there for the Faust, gets the kill, nice stuff. I'll put some smoke there on the ISG now, interesting. And here comes the Panzer IV. AC on the other flank. A T-gun actually got cancelled by Asha to do his first stage of tech. So this P4 are going to come in here, get some good damage done. Doesn't have the munitions quite for a machine gun upgrade though. Ooh. Trying to get the wipe on that now. Full retreat from Asha, I think that's wise. P4 should be probably heading straight towards the centre now. Try and get rid of this Vickers. Should be escorting it with the 8T gun as well though. Tread shot. Commander still coming up from base. T-gun setting up. P4 misses its shot though. Getting a flank on the Vickers. And no shot from the Raketin. P4 should probably come back around to this flank now. Just gonna soldier on over here. Double Bren 5-man squads, they're so hard to fight against. And for some overs now, that's pretty much the only thing that can fight them. Once the overs get vet too. Kidneys there. Trading blows. Oh, nice shot. SG just out of range of all this, could bring it forwards a little bit, still under the protection of the flank base. I feel like he's missed an opportunity here going for the south with the Panzer IV and needs to be a little bit more active with it. It's kind of like a light vehicle. Operate a little bit more on the flanks with it. When you've got like tank superiority like he does now, you can afford to be a little bit more aggressive. It's not going to be lasting too long. Anvil already ticked for Asha. There's a side of that, probably thanks to these Tommies with their bonus sight. SG chipping away there. Some mines down. There's overs that. Okay, upgrading with the IR STGs. Wow, that's an unexpected upgrade. I thought he'd go for the LMGs. Pushing through the centre. T-gun was going to escort the AEC, so not in a good position to fight this off. All these engagements so tricky for Apathy Prime. These 5-man double Bren squads, they're still super powerful. Don't let the complaints and forums fool you. Could lose one here.
We are at 200 points.
Second squad are over as well. Big commitment. There's a mine going off. Or maybe the ISG killed the mine. Maybe that was it. I'll pick up the Bren on his Sturmies. Yep.
Unit ready.
Two squads are overs, huh? And Churchill coming in for Asher. Exact same build as last game, basically. No surprise though, he's up against Circuit W both times. So far the only thing we've seen is the infiltration grenades from Apathy though. He's going to go for the Command Panther next. One heavy cover there. Comes the big boy, Churchill. Getting rotating for that now. Okay, maybe don't jump in this building, that would be a pretty good idea. AC coming around on the rear of the P4. King gets one shot in but misses. P4 has to be careful. P4 in jeopardy here. He's got full sight of this the whole time, you know, he's had the over in the house. Luckily no crew grenades on this anymore. Otherwise he probably would have lost the Raketen right there. Might still lose it. A little bit clumsy from Apathy, you know. He should have backed his Panzer IV way earlier. Had perfect sight of the AT gun coming around to counter him. But Asher just playing a slow and steady game. Take a look at the KD, it's probably way in his advantage here. Edging forwards. Pretty sure Apathy would really like this AC to be dead, but just hasn't quite found the opportunity. ISG's been doing pretty good work. Oh. Pushing grenades forcing the retreat there. Didn't reinforce his overs, so he's definitely going for that Command Panther. Before coming over to this side. Command Panther, you know, did get a 5 nerf on its sight. So it only has 50 sight now, so 55. So it might make it a little bit trickier to position overall. Other than that, it's pretty much the same as always. Oh! Forwards. Ooh, takes a big shot from the main gun. He wanted the Faust. He got the Faust there. He might have been out chasing for the kill, honestly. It's kind of super far away. Command Panther though, you know, having that bonus damage from the coordinated fire is so helpful against those high health Churchills. Makes a big difference. South spot also makes things easier for that.
Enemies trying to take a point from us.
Apathy, you know, all of a sudden he's looking in a good position now. Slow and steady. About to be up against double AT guns though. That can be a pretty big headache against double big AT guns. As I said last game, the Panther just doesn't quite bounce enough shots to just stay in battle and duel against the Churchills.
6-pounder anti-tank gun finished.
Doesn't quite get the job done. And up against the double AT guns, Apathy does not have a very good counter. I suppose you could go for another ISG. Doubt it. But VPs are stalled at least, so Apathy fighting pretty well. Probably better than Artem did. A flank going here.
A capture point is being overrun.
Oh, this map's probably a little bit easier to fight Brits on though than Langreskaya.
Enemy causing trouble, trying to take one of our
So only
points.
the one engineer for repairs as well. All AT guns being used in conjunction with each other. This mine could cause some headaches. In fact, he's got two of them on a retreat pass here. Couldn't get spotted. He's got the grenade tech. I'm surprised he hasn't thrown one. But yeah, Churchill backed up with double AT guns. Such a big headache to fight against. But, you know, Apathy does have the tools. If he goes for double infantry support gun with the flares, I feel like he can deal with this. Flares will make a big difference on the Typhoons to try and get some map control here. He manages to stick around and get the cap off, and this Command Panther doing some good work. It's the Churchill. Toby's coming in now, but the Typhoon's up, not going to be able to take out the AT guns with them. They're suppressed by the machine gun, in fact.
We're losing a capture point.
Oh, that was a lucky break.
Sorry, but we're being bloody shot at!
Oh, now AC getting a big hit. That's pretty characteristic. Back up, ready for some more action. One last pass to the Typhoons. Oh man, I thought that's good. I thought I heard that get shot down. I was about to crash into all of this, but it doesn't happen. Splitting the AT guns up now. These forces looking pretty good though. Oh. Man, the sight on those Tommies is so good. Is that the sight from the AC potentially? How does he see that far, man? There's 2 free hits in there because of it. Oh boy, he's going to lose a squad that fast.
Our capture point. They're trying to take it.
This Command Panther's been sitting around repaired for quite some time. Could have brought over here to fight off this infantry push with its machine guns. So Apathy a little bit overwhelmed here, a little bit outmatched. That's right, into that AT gun again.
Enemy threatening a capture point.
Has lost a squad now though, so it does open up a little bit more pop cap. Instead of the second ISG, he could potentially go for another tank now. Try to go for some kind of big all-in push, and Asha right there for a crocodile. Just needs 2 more pop. He goes for second ISG now. I mean, he could have had this so long ago, man. I was actually thinking maybe he would go for another tank.
A capture point point is being
But
overrun.
if the double ISGs can work their magic, they're just so much better. Like 2 of them can just get rid of team weapons and squads inside trenches so much better than 1. It's kind of like instead of like adding their power, they kind of multiply it. All the mines around here. No sweeper over here at the moment. Here we go, flares up, getting the ISGs cooking now. Oh, hits the mine with the Command Panther. Should be able to get away alive though, I'd say. Backbase doing some good work against the Tommy Blob. Just needs to keep backing the Panther away. And be a little bit more active with his ISGs. Get the kill here. Yeah, there we go, AC down. That will free up the podcat for the Crocodile though. Pull back, allowing the P4 to come back in and do some damage. He's very conservative with his AT gun positioning, I'd say. I think I've noticed. One of the Typhoons again though. My Panther's still backing away. Oh, the Typhoon's getting in there for some good damage. His tank's in some big trouble here actually now. Pushing all the way forwards. Oh, I'll get this squad on retreat now. Yep. Let retreat. Gets punished big time. Going. Bit of lag now of physics and bugging out as well. There's stuttering and moving around. Tanks the frame rate when that happens. Apathy lost, you know, a squad of ogres there. That was kind of crucial. It's never really branched out to this flank as well for quite some time. Key to this, I think, will be like getting these double ISGs going a little bit more aggressively. It's kind of, you know, out of things to upgrade and stuff, so might as well just spam the flares now. Keep those ISGs ticking over. So he's finally sent a Panther to the south to clear out that MG. It's just still with only one repair squad, so maybe that's a vulnerability from him. Too much downtime on his tanks. I don't know if we've seen him use the crew repairs either, just trying to save his munitions for the Typhoon spam. Flares now. Might see these AT guns on the rotate. For another squad of Fault Grenadiers. Oh, a machine gun now. I thought he might just go for another tank, just go for a last hoorah. I mean, he's very low on VPs.
Weapon crew lost.
Just straight up loses his machine gun there. But he's getting very low on VPs, so I thought maybe just go for some kind of daring all-in play to try and win here with the tanks. Oh man, my frame rate's so bad when the physics act up like this. It's crazy. Sneaking into position. Double ISG should be going ham right now. March of the Churchills. Getting in the building's going to go down super fast to that Crocodile. It's out of there just before he goes down. Crocodile somehow flames through the building though. Double AT guns doing some good work. Churchill almost dead. Away. Those Churchills are just so damn hard to kill. All these ISGs. They're targeting just squads moving around instead of the AT guns. They could have been blasting these AT guns that entire fight. pretty much game. Well, I think I might just close it at that, since we've seen what we need to see. Asha about to drain him out. Machine gun, I feel like it was just the wrong choice. Should have gone for one more tank. You know, maybe with that extra tank, would have been able to come in and actually knock this bad boy out. But yeah, and with the physics crane this bad, it's just super laggy anyway. So yeah, it's Asha's Brits. Got to scope that out. At least against OKW, his first Osseer play might be different. Alright, let's see what Asha does now as Axis. He's going for Ostrupen, wow. As Osseer, going for a double pyro start. No machine gun, that's very unusual. Double combat engineer start for Artem as well. Makes me think he's maybe going to go for airborne troops.
Heavy 8 flamethrower tanks are now available to burn the Germans back to Berlin. Engineers have secured the
So no machine gun for Asha. This is very unusual. I'm not going to be playing Soviets, so I'm going to be playing US forces. One thing I suppose I will have to look out for is a super fast 222. That's always something you have to worry about. Playing against Ostrupen and the Flamer half track as well. Pretty even split. Actually did manage to get a sandbag down the centre though. That's always a bit of a win in the early game if you manage to do that on Langris. Oh wow, he's not. He's going for a double combat engineer, 3 conscripts into a shock rifle frontline. And he goes for the machine gun now, so that's not going to be a fast tick for him. Just flooding the field with units. Go flamer pops. Should turn this engagement to Artem's favour. Pretty good against units behind the cover. Oops. Gonna end up losing this now that the squad is in cover there. Reposition the machine gun. Conscripts closing in. Combat engineers, nice work from Artem there, getting around the corner. Good flamer control, but conscripts end up losing to double pyros. Don't underestimate pyros, you know, they're pretty good against conscripts. Yeah, I should just retreat that squad. I know. No, he's staying in there. Actually having trouble getting a machine gun angle here. There it goes, and in come the Ostrupen now. Doesn't manage to get the cut off. Artem does go for the healing. So this is sometimes when Soviets are a little bit vulnerable when they decide to go for healing. Kind of like, you know, you're outnumbered on the field when that happens, usually. Most factions go for healing, in fact, you know, that can be a moment of weakness. This very heavy unit start for Asha is converting into quite a lot of map control now. And he is going to go for the half track. I'm getting down the tech. One pretty good option against this can be the quad. Comes in a little bit faster than the T-70 and still rip through the both the 222 and the Flamer half track. So if you're in Artem's position and maybe you're a little bit behind in fuel, don't forget about the quad. Actually making good use of the sandbags throughout this game.
The enemy has driven away.
breach in our lines.
Here comes the half track, upgrading with the flamethrowers. Artem does not have a counter to this. Very low on manpower as well. Why is that? Could lose a squad. Oh yeah, putting down his tech. I was like, where did his manpower go? Didn't see tech building and construction yet. And they're just charging forwards. Oh man, he cancels that and he goes for the Zis. I feel like personally what I would have done is I would have just lost the map control, put down the tier 3 tech on for the quad. I can understand going for the Zis, going for AT grenades probably as well. Not quite yet, he doesn't have the manpower.
That means you, Dieter. Enemy forces are neutralizing a sector. We must protect our HQ.
This is a strong push from Asha. And if this finds itself in the wrong position, can just lose it so easily to the double light vehicles. Oh man, that's always so sad when your AT gun misses its first shot. Otherwise, you know, you could get a lot more map control as it gets forced back for repairs. And this is a bit of a shot blocker here. I'm kind of blobbing up a little bit, struggling for territory control. This is pushing it behind us. Its connection does have the healing at least, so all this flame damage can be mitigated somewhat. This barrage onto the building, good choice. Does he have AT grenades? He does. He's really struggling for territory control. No, he's been reluctant to go for another flamer on his second squad combination. He probably wants to get the sweeper, but I feel like he needs the extra damage from another flamethrower. He's struggling for manpower right now. You can use the AT gun camouflage, so that's nice. Starting to set up those sandbags now though with the Ostrupin as well. Trying to branch out. Not working out too well for him. Going for his tick finally. And we're chasing away that squad. Just everywhere he goes, running into squads behind heavy cover, getting forced away. I'm really struggling against the strategy. Here comes some P-greens now. But Artem will have the fuel for a T-70. Let's see if they can turn things around. Yes, this connects. Flamer heading out this side, that's a good choice. And if Artem wasn't going to get a flame on the second combination, he should have got the sweeper on it here a long time ago. Just in case he came across any tellers. It's still in the same position though, didn't rotate it after it took those shots. But here we go, can this T-70 turn things around? I'll speed this up a little bit. P-greens are going to be a pretty big obstacle. Still not moving as this. Minesweeper coming out to the flanks. I feel like maybe Artem should have just played a little bit more, like not sending one squad out to this flank. It's shut down every time. A little bit more centrally. Here we go, this could be his comeback moment. Asha, no response here, no AT gun, no Shreks. Just the 222, which is already low. This is his time to shine. 10-minute T-70, not too bad on the timing on it, honestly. Interesting. I thought he'd be just charging straight down the centre. Just pushing up very slowly, still on camouflage. That one can creep in camouflage, unlike the Kessen these days. But Adam getting a lot of territory under control, actually just pulling right the way back. While he waits for his pack to come in, not taking any chances. But look at the numbers. So far ahead in PopCap as well. Now T-Series is going to have to fend up, deal with the pack as well. So I thought he would maybe got a little bit more aggressive with the T-70 before the pack had time to show its face, but didn't capitalise on that fully. Could lose the flamer here though.
Enemy forces are attempting to capture our territory.
Right, lost sight of it. T-70 in for one barrage, one shot on the barrage. Goes for a mortar, interesting. He's charging forwards, pack behind it. Likely to do damage to his own combat engineers there, so he needs to retreat. Interesting decision though to go for the mortar. I think I probably would have gone for a maxim in this position. I can understand why you go for a mortar. I feel like mortar's just like a little bit too slow against units behind sandbags. So. Maxim will be able to help stop these kind of big pushes forwards. Teller over there, that could be nasty. He does have a sweeper though. There we go. Mortar reaping some benefits there, forcing the machine gun to reposition slightly. Script's charging through the middle now. Flamer coming up behind this. Mortar needs to retarget its barrage. So he's going to send the sweeper up the side, so he's going to find the tower. That's good for Artem. This could go down very easily here. That's away. Back here, ready to fire off the T-70. Just coming all the way forwards here. Mortar just being left on auto fire, but getting some good hits regardless. He's got some S-mines up, but the sweeper allows him to escape. Ooh, is this barrage in? Could be a wipe. Nice, and he should probably go for the kill on that now, I'd say. Yeah, okay. I think Artem's going to be the one doing that. Starting to float a little bit of manpower now, Artem. Tier 3 down for Asha. Might need to see a second Zis from Artem to deal with the incoming tank, and double Zis will also be quite good against the light vehicles. That's not too bad for him overall. Oh, the backfire there on the S-mines. Well, it has actually been performing pretty decently, you know. Could be a wipe here as well. Close. Don't underestimate the Soviet mortar, like the flare on it is very useful. Pop up a flare before you make your assault. Very, very handy. Looks like Artem went for a squad of shock troops though. He's going to need... He could go for an Su-76 as well. Expecting that would be the retreat path, but it's back around this way. But yeah, he could go for an Su-76. That's also pretty good. Of course, delay his tanks, but... A shot there from the Zis. T-gun could be in a little bit of trouble here. Flamer coming in. Zis sets up, gonna kill the Flamer. Oh, the gunner keeps getting sniped. There we go, Flamer down. But Zis in some trouble. Second Zis coming in for Artem. Conscripts rearing forwards with the threat of the AT grenades. Can merge into the Zis as well. Get some hits in there on the Panzer IV. Where's the merge? No merge. Just in a bit of trouble because of it. This tries to set up, I think, for another shot. Oh boy. It's getting completely overwhelmed. This is where the machine gun would really come in handy. It's easy to say for me, you know, I should have gone for another AT gun or SU earlier, you know, the knowledge of what Ash has gone for, but send your artillery back, secures the kill.
The enemy has destroyed one of our vehicles.
Yeah. Got the steel on the pack, yeah, this game's over. So Artem, just basically got completely overrun in that particular instance. I wonder how the quad would have done against this. It's interesting for me to think about.
We have 200 points remaining.
Does very well against the 222. And a lot of players don't actually know how good the quad is against the 222. So they often misjudge those engagements. So you can kind of get the element of surprise on your opponent, you know, which is always nice. Kind of similar if you're using like the MP40 Volkskrieger. A lot of people don't know how strong they are, or the PP6 conscripts. As you get some good engagements. Yes, otherwise you wouldn't be able to. Put things up here.
Enemy forces are attempting to capture our territory. Supply lines have been cut.
Second Panzer IV now. Artem in big trouble, going for another Zis. One thing I do like about the Su-76 is more mobile and can actually, I feel like you have a much higher chance of actually killing your opponent's vehicles because it can go for a bit of a chase down. Panzer IV is charging in on the AT guns. Where's that Zis at? Coming up from base now, but oh man, a little bit lucky there, Asha getting the D crew. Oh, and very lucky. Both Panzer IV shots connecting, getting the kill on the gun. Man, he got really lucky there, Asha. Loses his 222, but it's a Pyrrhic victory. Throws in the towel. So Asha with an aggressive Osttrooper start. Interesting though, he goes for double pyros, doesn't go for a machine gun for quite some time. So if you can set up close range engagements with the Osttrooper away from the Pioneers, that would be optimal. But I think US forces, you know, has a lot better close range firepower compared to the conscripts, so maybe Asha won't even go for the strategy. Alright, here we are checking out the final match. This time Apathy Prime's playing his US forces versus AshaBlois Osser, so this is a little bit more relevant to me since I'm going to be playing US forces as well. And he's going with a non-Osttrooper build. So yeah, we can scrap what we learnt from the last game. One thing I found, you know, when playing as DevM on this map was very hard to move a pack around this map. All these AT gun, especially from this spawn, all of these like fences and stuff, just complete nightmare. And going from side to side, it's actually quite tricky with an AT gun. So I feel like this map is quite strong for light vehicles as a result of that. It's a bit of time getting some sandbags and wire down there. Let's Still probably take cover. Maybe like 2 or 3 spots. How it goes. But yeah, I'm watching this game now at night, about 10 o'clock at night. I was watching maybe around midday. Tried to have a little bit of a nap and whatnot. Still feel very, very tired though. Oh, so tired. Because I went to bed at like 6:30 or so. And then I woke up at like 8:30, so like 2 hours of sleep. It's just like my room has really bad... it's got blinds, you know, not curtains. So basically as soon as it's light outside, just all that light comes in. Be bad for sleep-ins and whatnot. Just fine for my day-to-day, but these kind of scenarios is pretty bad. Anyway, getting back to the real story. Actually going for a bit of a cut-off play there. Apathy going for recon support, getting some paras. No, not paras, pathfinders. Pathfinders probably saw the MG.
Our opponents are seizing a sector.
To avoid it. Rifleman, I think, should have charged in there.
Grenadier squad is ready.
I'm not try and stay at that range. Slight mistake. 3 greens so far. There's the option to start his tick now. I'd say 4 greens is probably the standard though these days. Or maybe 3 greens and a sniper. Pretty even split on the map so far. Be about to complete his captain.
You've got a captain hitting the field.
And 4th grin for AshaBlois. Nice flank there on the MG. Get on top of that cut off pretty easily from there as well. Good move from him. Captain's pretty strong, you know, gets that bar early on. Gives you a lot more firepower. I should have tried to stay behind the light cover, heavy cover there. Tried to backpedal, reduce the damage, but would have been better just staying behind the heavy cover the whole time. It doesn't get cut off for too long though, and is disconnecting the fuel up here for apathy. We're sending a captain down the middle at the moment, but gonna meet Stern Resistance, Flamer, MG, and Grenadier on his retreat path as well. There we go, Flamer forcing him off. MG in the central building can be a bit of a headache. Apathy's still a decent chunk of resources away from a half track. Lost control of his fuel at like a pretty crucial timing. Actually, oh! I heard that grenade warning so early. I thought he cancelled it. I thought it was just like false alarm, but then I switched back there and it's... oh, it gets the squad with it too. There you go, cheeky rifle grenade. He maybe should have been using this heavy cover position as well. I feel like he needs to be a little bit more aggressive with his riflemen as well, just like charge them in against the Grenadiers close range. That near damage chance that's so strong up close. Yeah, huge whiff on that rifle grenade. It looks like he is going to be a little bit rifle grenade happy for tier 2 now. A half track coming in for apathy.
The enemy is taking our territory.
Pretty reasonable timing. Probably going to try save for the airdrop combat group from here. It's just like really efficient. And oh, he's going for ambulance. His captain's a bit low. It's to run down the road here, a little bit risky past quite a few squads. Just pushing in there though. Might save the day. MG sitting up. Shooting at the switches targets. So the rifleman gets on. 222 coming in. Oh, slightly clumsy here. Switches targets too late. Moves too late. Gonna take a Faust. 222 could maybe dive in for the kill here if he gets slightly lucky. But I probably wouldn't take that gamble. Oh, well, what is he doing? Oh, what a humongous throw. He knew the machine gun was there. And that's the game. Okay. So up against US forces, looks like Asha going for a pretty standard Aussie build. I think I should be pretty well placed to battle him. But yeah, I'm feeling quite a lot worse than I did yesterday at the same stage. So hopefully I can play up to my potential tonight.